Hi, today we're going to create the most simple game in Python ever. Because if, like me, you want to get familiarized with this language, this basic project will definitely lead you to that. We'll be doing a cookie clicker program, where basically you click a cookie and that's it, like this game right here. If you already know how to program, this might be too simple for you. But if you're a beginner, you're in the right place. I post easy tutorials and tips for new developers, so feel free to join in by subscribing. For today's project, we'll be using Turtle graphics. If you're not familiarized with that, I strongly recommend you read the documentation. It will be linked down here. And as they say, one of the joys of Turtle graphics is the immediate visual feedback that's available from simple commands. It's an excellent way to introduce children to programming ideas with a minimum of overhead. Not just children, of course. But anyway, let's get started. So the first thing that we're going to need is our cookie, and I'm going to go over to OpenClipArt, which is this website, but this might be the slowest website I've seen in this decade. So I'm going to head to GitHub because I want to create my repository for the game because I like to keep track of all the stuff that I'm programming, and I'm going to create the cookie clicker repository. And now back to OpenClipArt, I want to get the real cookie, so I'm going to get the first one, but then I realized this one's too big, even the small size, so I just gave up and I went to Pinterest to find a nice looking cookie. But this is an important part since we are using turtles. We're going to need to convert our cookie.png to be a cookie.gif, GIF, because turtles, it's only going to accept GIF or GIF, however you want to call that, format instead of PNG, so make sure you do that before. All done. Now I'm going to paste my cookie photo inside the repository that I've opened here on VS Code. Don't forget that to run the picture in Python, you need it to be inside the same folder that your script in Python is going to be in. Otherwise, it's not going to work, so make sure you put them both in the same folder, the app.py and the cook.gif. And now we can start writing our cookie clicker game. The first line obviously is going to be import turtle. And I'm going to start by creating the window for our game. So win turtle.screen, parentheses, and then win.title. And I'm just going to write cookie clicker. And then I'm going to set the background color to be black. So win BG color black. And then at the very end, just to run our game, we need to put win.mainLoop to run our game. Don't forget the parentheses after. And there we have our window. I'm just going to run this so you can see. We have the black window and it's just going to be empty inside. And now we can start writing the game. So now the first thing that we need to do is to register that we're going to put a cookie inside this window, just like this. Win.register _ shape and inside the parentheses, the cookie.gif. I'm going to run this again, and just so you can see, the window is still empty, just a black window, and that's because we have only registered it. Now we're going to actually tell the program to draw the cookie to our screen. Although I do think that I need to paste the entire path of my image inside the parentheses. I'm not sure about that, so just to be safe, I'm going to do it. And now let's add the cookie to the screen. I'm going to call my cookie and create a turtle object. And then just say cookie.shape and inside the parentheses, the cookie GIF. And I'm pasting the path again. I actually saw someone else put cookie speed 0, but I don't think that's necessary. But just to be sure, I'm going to write it. And now when I run the code, we should see the cookie on the screen. And something went wrong. Let's see what I have done wrong. I don't really think I need the full path, so I'm gonna delete this and just write cookie.gif. Still not working. Let me do it all together. I'm just gonna remove the cookie speed because I think that's useless, and also just change both parentheses to be only cookie.gif, as I should have done before. And now it should work. Yes, it works. Unfortunately, only now I'm noticing my cookie is too big, but it's fine. I think we can work with this. What we need now is to write the clicks counter to our screen. So set clicks to 0 at first. Now I create another turtle object, and I'm going to call mine text. You can call it whatever you want. And now we're actually going to hide the turtle. We don't want to see it, but we want to use it to write text to the screen. So hide turtle. I'm going to set the text color to be white. And with text.pen-up, we avoid drawing the turtle trail. Text.goto, and my coordinates will be 0 and 400 for now. Now we're going to actually write stuff on the screen with text.write. And then inside an F string, clicks. That's what I want to have written on my game. You can choose whatever you want. And then we're gonna put the variable that was set as 0 before, clicks. That's gonna be updated when we click on the cookie. To style, I'm gonna set align center, so the text will be centered, and font Georgia, I'm gonna put size 32 and normal as opposite to bold or italic. Let's run, and we're supposed to see the clicks. Another bug to fix, and let's go back and see what I could change. I think I'm gonna change it to 200, and maybe the text will show up. And well, it is here, but my cookie is way too big, so the clicks are on top of my cookie, and that's not good. I had a 500 pixels cookie and I thought it would fit, so let's just go back to the converter and I can change the pixels. I'm gonna put 300 instead this time. Then I'll just replace the image in my folder, and there we have it. It's perfect now. Now we're gonna define a function, so every time we click the cookie, the clicks go up. I'm gonna write global clicks because we defined clicks as a global variable up there, and then obviously clicks plus equal 1, so it increases 1 every time, and then text.clear parentheses, and finally text.write, and then I'm just gonna copy so it updates the counter. And I actually hated the font that I picked, so I'm just gonna switch it, and I'm gonna increase the font size because I think it's too small. I'm gonna put 40 instead, and my font would be Verdana this time, just because I think it looks better. And I think that's it. Let's run and see if it works as it should. And there's a cookie, the clicks, and when I click the cookie, nothing seems to happen. So there is a bug in my code. Let's find out what it is. It's quite obvious here. I actually forgot to call the function, so it's not going to click until I write that. So that will be cookie.onClick, and then we call the function clicked as we defined before. As my program says here, the function asks for 2 arguments, and that will be the coordinates. So we need to put x and y right over here. And that's all. Now it's going to work. And it still doesn't. I did something wrong and it's on clicked. Oh, right here, I defined the function clicks and I meant clicked. So that's why it's not working. And fingers crossed, now it should work. Let me just save my changes to be sure. And it works, everyone. That's pretty much it. So even a simple program as this can have bugs because sometimes we're gonna miss something, and it's fine. It's great that I kept all of the bugs in this video so you could see what might have gone wrong with your code as well. And of course, this is probably the most simple program ever, and you can implement changes. Now it's up to you. You can put animations as the original game, and yeah, have fun with it. Now, it's up to you to improve the game. If you have any questions, leave them here in the comments, and if you enjoyed this, a thumbs up would be great. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on my next video.